Hey Aries, it's me, Eyes of the Stars Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm so sorry it's been so long. I know that I haven't put out a video in about a month. It's been pretty hectic here, so my apologies to you guys, but let's get started. I have been telling the other signs I'm going to be doing a bonus reading this month, so I'll probably get started on those sometime next week, but it's more geared towards career and finance, because that's what we don't really get too many of those messages when I do these, so I'm just going to completely focus on that for the bonus reading and see what we get there. I get a lot of comments that, people want to hear more about that. It's not always about love, and I try not to focus on one or the other, just, whatever messages come up, but I think people crave more of the love readings, and so that's why that kind of happens. Okay, so first card we have is Honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. Okay, we have Trust. The situation is calling for you to have faith. Oh. And let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. Okay. So for Honeymoon, there might be some of you coupled Aries, male or female. You might be having some time away from your partner. Like your partner might be having to travel, having to, well, some might go on vacation alone. Some it's like business trips. And it's like your opportunity to spend more time with your friends, but you're not really feeling up to it because you feel there are some trust issues. So when your partner is not around you, your mind starts to wander and think, what are they doing? What are they up to? That kind of thing. I do feel that for some of you. But, okay. 9 of Wands, reverse. Someone's letting their guard down or giving up on something. Six of Pentacles, reverse. So there's an imbalance. I can't even speak today. Sorry, there's an imbalance in this relationship. I'm getting the sense that the issues in this this is more, well, for some it could be a committed relationship, but it's a relationship that's had its issues. And I feel like somebody here is kind of pulling back and enjoying the relationship. Like you're still in it, but you're not in it with the same mindset. So kind of like you put this person now in a different category, where maybe before you saw them as somebody you wanted to be with for a long time. Now they're kind of on another list for you. Like now you're looking at them as just like maybe a more casual relationship, or something that you sense that may not pan out for you. Okay, yeah, see, Trust. So you're having a hard time believing that this person is the real deal. It's like you're not seeing enough from them, enough action, enough, there's not enough behind it. Maybe they say all the right things, but the actions aren't exactly matching up, so there is like this sweet talking, there is the romance and all of that, but then the practical side of it, that where you kind of have to show the proof is in the pudding, so there's no pudding. That's the problem. So it's creating a trust issue. And it's, making somebody kind of give up. Okay, but there is going to be some movement or communication to try to work through these issues to see if there is any hope here. Okay, we have Judgment, reverse. So this is coming up with let your friends help you. This is kind of like asking for a second opinion, because you might not be seeing things too clearly, or somebody around you is not, you or your partner. see, we have the Sun. So there is clarity needed, and that's only going to happen through communication. There needs to be some serious conversations here about finding out who is on what page and getting on the same page or moving on. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing so far. Let's move on to the Celtic cross. So don't forget, guys, to follow me on Instagram at Eyes of the Stars Tarot. I'm not doing the reading this week because, like I said, I've been slammed, busy, and then my son is on spring break, and it's just adding, you know, it's all multiplied this particular week. So my apologies to you guys, but usually I do during the week. I put up daily readings. Just I pull about 3 cards, well, whatever it is that I feel. Usually it's 3 cards, and put those out for you guys. So definitely follow me if you're on Instagram. All right, let's get going. Whoa. 2 of Wands. Someone's making a decision. You're at a crossroads, figuring out, you know, what do I want? Who do I want? Where do I go from here? Do I go further? Do I go back? Do I go in a totally different direction? So what's crossing this? I think this came out reversed, so it's the 7 of Pentacles. Not getting back what you put in. And that's where the trust issues come into play. Because it's like you give, and you trust that the other person is going to give, you know, their share. And it's not really happening, so it's bringing you to this crossroads where you need to decide if this is something that you're going to put up with, or that you want to deal with, or that you want to work through, you know, because relationships are really about working through one thing or another, right? So you're assessing value here. Like, is this relationship worth the struggle, worth the fight, worth the stress, worth the effort? In the Foundation, we have the Moon reverse. I'm getting this card a lot in all the readings. It just keeps occurring, keeps coming up. Okay, and I feel like there are a lot of events during this month related to the moon. And the moon, especially now with this full moon coming up, there's a lot of emotions that are being kind of brought up to the surface. Deep emotions. And something like that happened here that made you or your partner take a step back and reevaluate the situation. Page of Cups reverse in the past. So there was a sense of vulnerability. I feel like there might have been some insincerity in the relationship here that caused a lack of trust, caused somebody to feel vulnerable all of a sudden. Also perhaps like they weren't being appreciated. Oh, 2 came out. Okay, we have the Hermit reverse as what's crowning you, and the 5 of Wands reverse as what's crowning you. So you do want to have communication with your partner now, or you want to interact. You may have been somewhat isolated from them by choice, you know, because there was some soul searching that you needed to do. But what you do know right now is that you want to avoid any drama, and you don't want anybody messing in your relationship also. For some of you, I feel that that could be an issue. Your partner might be allowing other people to give their 2 cents about your business, or people just interfering with the relationship or overall, maybe taking away time. Whatever the case is, it's like you want to avoid others in your relationship, and you also want to avoid people that cause drama, whether that be your partner or the people around them. It's like you figured out the cause of the stress. For others of you, I feel like you're in a relationship where you're needing to choose between two people, but you're not sure yet which one is going to allow you to reap, the most benefit. So that kind of sounds a little harsh, but you want to get into or choose the relationship that's going to be most beneficial all the way around, but especially practically is what I'm feeling. So you don't want to get into a relationship that, it may feel nice and all of that, but the rest of it just doesn't quite fit, maybe they just don't really, maybe status is important to you and the other person isn't as driven. That would be an issue for you, just ideologically maybe, you know what I mean? So there are choices. So for some of you, it is a choice between two people. And this is a very emotional situation for everybody that's involved. Okay, because there was deceit. There were two people, there was deceit, there was disappointment. And now I feel like you're coming to that moment where you need to really figure out who you're going to cut out and who's going to stick around. Okay, so a couple different storylines is what I'm seeing here for you, Aries. Wow. Near future, Ace of Cups. Well, that's something to look forward to. So new love. The resurgence of a love that maybe had gone a little bit dry. Now you're having a renewal. It's also self-love, but I'm feeling that you guys do have new love on the horizon here. How you see yourself is the Two of Swords. Again, you're making that decision. There's a lot of twos here. You're trying to avoid making a decision because it's difficult for you. How your partner sees you. Ooh. The Fool. So I feel your partner is kind of pretty confident that you're going to take a chance on them. Okay, so they feel pretty solid that whatever you two shared, you're going to be willing to, jump off a cliff for them and take a chance on this relationship. When in reality, you might not be as willing as they think you are. There's something holding you back. Okay, so we have the Knight of Pentacles in the hopes and fear position. The Knight of Pentacles is about slow movement, but very calculated, very methodical. You kind of have to think things through, make sure you know what you're getting into. And I feel that that's really what you're hoping for. You're hoping to move forward, but slowly, because you're still not sure, so you kind of want to gather more information to convince you that this really is the correct path. This really is the right person to choose. There's choices here. There's decisions to be made. So like I said, for some of you, it's going to be a choice between two people. For others of you, it's just a choice whether or not to take this relationship seriously. Okay, so overall outcome, we have the Seven of Swords reverse. We'll clarify and see what that's about. In the bottom of the deck, we have the Nine of Pentacles reverse. So some of you are tired of being alone, of being single. You haven't been happy. Maybe you have previously been healing from a breakup and you're ready to get out there again, or you had a terrible breakup in the past and it's taken you a while to be able to get into another relationship, whether it be serious, whether it be just a relationship in general. So some of you guys are kind of dealing with that, and that's what these decisions are about. Do I trust myself to know who to choose? Am I choosing the right partner? Will I be able to see the red flags if there are any? you know. I also feel that you guys have a truth coming out here that may be painful for you. Maybe a surprise. Okay, so we'll see what happens. All right, let's take a look at the Two of Wands. Four of Cups. There's another cup. There's something being offered to you, but you're just not sure. There's something about it that kind of makes you wonder, kind of rubs you the wrong way a little bit. You're just not sure. You're not too excited about taking this cup. Okay? So you're still thinking about it. Four of Wands reverse. Again, you guys want the relationship, or you know you have to make a decision, but you're afraid of committing. Commitment right now, it's scary is what it is. It's scary because you know that you have a lot to lose if you go fully into this. It's, you know, Aries is such a passionate sign that when you guys, and you're so driven, that when you guys decide to do something, you do it full force. You know, you go all the way. And that's what I'm feeling, like you're afraid to go all the way with this person and just give it to them 100% and then not get the same back. You know, I feel like this has happened to you before. You just don't want to repeat, you know, the same cycles over and over again. This is the Seven of Pentacles reverse. King of Pentacles reverse. For a lot of you, okay, you guys are fire signs. I'm getting a lot of pentacles, and well, it's not a lot, but yeah, I mean, here it is. So I do feel like you guys, or at least some of you, are worried about getting into committed relationships that would put you at risk for losing some assets, some money. Okay. King of Swords reverse. You guys might be coming off as like really cold, and or some of you actually might be, sorry to say, but some of you actually might be kind of leaning towards a little bit greedy. You know, like you just don't want to get into a relationship because your money is more important to you. Okay, so you're quick to cut people off when it gets to a certain point. When it gets a little too serious, it makes you uncomfortable, and you're like, no, this is not, I'm not signing up for this, you're out, you know. And some of you don't really feel that way, but you're coming across as that. Okay. But this is what's crossing you. So I feel like you are trying to make this decision with this lack of clarity, because the King of Swords is reversed. So you're not really seeing things clearly. You're coming off as cold, detached, unemotional. Maybe giving your partner the impression that you're not interested at all, when in reality, you're really contemplating it. It's just the commitment that it's hard for you to sign up for. Let's see what the Moon reverse is about. Some secret could have been revealed here. But I feel it's mostly emotions that are being brought to the surface. We have the Ten of Pentacles reverse again. Pentacles. So, and all these cards are coming up in the reverse. So, old emotions, feelings about, negative feelings about commitment, about money, shared money. I feel like maybe for a lot of you, I feel you have been in long-term relationships where you went through some kind of divorce or separation, and they took you to the cleaners, like they wiped you out. And these memories, you can't get over it, and that's what's holding you back. Full reverse. Not letting you take a leap of faith with anyone. Because your mindset is like, fool me once, but you don't fool me twice. But you have to remember, these are not the same people. Okay, so you can't be punishing. I'm not telling you what to do, but it's just not fair to punish people that have nothing to do with your past. for what your exes have done. So just keep that in mind if you feel that maybe that's a possibility that you're doing that, because that's called self-sabotage. You know, you might really have a good opportunity here with someone who really loves you, because I do see emotions here, but you're holding back because you're afraid to repeat the same heartbreak, the same emotions from before. What is this Page of Cups about? Reverse. Okay, see. Ace of Pentacles reverse. I feel for a lot of you, you have lost opportunities in the past for love. And it's because of, like, you're holding yourself back. Okay. I think you guys know that. All right. You have gone through disappointment where you've lost opportunities with people that were quality. You know, they were quality partners. And you realize that. You realize that there is an issue here that's causing you to have disappointments in love and romance. What is this? Hermit reverse and the Five of Wands reverse. Crowning position. Hermit reverse and Five of Wands reverse. Ace of Swords reverse. No communication. I feel like some of you have been isolated, trying to stay away, trying to keep a low profile, kind of figuring things out. Why are you doing this? Why are you holding back? Why are you having such trouble making this decision? I feel, you know, you guys have been really thinking about it, but not communicating much. So for many of you, your partner is kind of put on hold, or partners, because some of you are dealing with two people. So your partner was put on hold, but they weren't told what was going on. They don't know what you're thinking, what's going on in your mind. You're just avoiding conflict, you're avoiding conversations because you just don't know what to say yet. So you don't want to be confronted with it. You just don't want to talk about it. Look at that. Hermit reverse, clarifying the Hermit reverse. Okay. I do feel you guys have, yeah, okay. Ace of Cups reverse. So you have two aces reverse here. You're putting a stop. You are blocking. You don't want to, because you want to come out of isolation. You want to engage again and interact, but you're blocking communication, and you're blocking the love from being expressed, the emotion. I do feel like you guys have gone through some enlightenment because you've taken the time to work through these issues, to work through these emotions. You're not quite there yet because you're not ready to make any kind of decision. But I do feel like you've been enlightened. There's things about yourself that you've learned, that you see throughout this process. And things that have been causing blockages in your life, not just in romance, but just in general as well. What is this Ace of Cups about? Near future. Four of Swords. Okay, yeah, so you see you had this period of like a timeout because there needed to be some soul searching, some real deep dive into your emotions. Okay, so there, after a period of this timeout for contemplation, I feel you're going to have a better picture of where your heart really lies. Okay, and you're going to be able to move forward finally with the Chariot. You know, and want to be successful in this relationship. You're going to want to get into this relationship with the understanding that, okay, yes, now I'm going full force. Now I'm ready. Now I'm ready to be that Aries that goes after what they want. And what I want is this new love. Is this a 7? 8. 8 of Pentacles reverse. Okay, let me say this. The aces are potential. Okay, but it's up to you. It's like the seed, right? The aces are the seed. If you don't water that seed, you don't give it sunlight, it's not going to go anywhere. So you can have the intent of making this work, of having this be successful, of going full force after you've really thought about it. But if you don't have the action to back it up, it's not going to happen. Okay, you can't just wait passively and hope that the other person comes back around, right? Some of you could be dealing with a Cancer that you're wanting them to come to you. You may be missing out on opportunities if you do that. Let me pull one more card for this one. Ace of Cups. Okay, see? 5 of Cups. There's a lot of potential here. There's a lot of emotion, okay? So if there is no effort, if you don't put effort into this, this is what's going to happen. This relationship will end up, even though there is good potential for it, it will end up in disappointment, in tears, okay? So there's something that you have to be victorious over, and it could just be your thoughts, your thought process. Something in your mind is not allowing you to open to new love, to the to this Ace of Cups. I don't know what's wrong with me today. I can't talk. But yeah. So there's an issue here with the heart chakra being closed, is what I feel. And you can kind of see it here. This is how you see yourself. Do you see how this lady's like got her arms crossed in front of her? Okay, so she's protecting herself, protecting her heart, using her mind, her logic. But that's only going to get you so far, you know? So again, it's your logic getting in the way of your emotional life, taking over. But emotions and logic, yeah, they only work well together, hand in hand. But you can't deal with emotions strictly on using your logic, you know? We have to be vulnerable. That's just how it is. The Fool reverse. The Fool upright. We have it clear. Oh, what am I doing? Sorry, I'm supposed to be clarifying the Two of Swords. Ah. Why is this Two of Swords here? What is the decision? Why is Aries having trouble making these decisions? King of Cups reverse. Because you're afraid of being vulnerable. You're afraid that your emotions are going to take over. You don't want to give that power away to anybody. Okay, we have the Six of Wands reverse. You're afraid that they're going to make a fool out of you. It's like your pride is getting in the way. You don't want to put yourself out there. You don't want to put all your emotions out there and maybe have somebody step all over them, and then you're like, shit, it happened to me again. Like, how stupid can I be? You know what I mean? But it's got nothing to do with that. This is just how the game is played. It's just how it works. Can't win it if you're not in it. Okay, so, but your partner is seeing you as the Fool, so they're thinking that you're good and ready to go. The World reverse. They don't feel that it's the end for you, for the two of you. Five of Wands reverse. So they don't want this drama either. They don't want the bickering. They don't want any kind of conflict. You know, they don't want this to be over. They think that you don't want this either. This came up for you, what you're thinking. So they know that you're not really wanting to fight. You don't want to be confronted about something. And it might be that you don't want to be confronted about taking this leap of faith and getting started on this new cycle in your life. You know, you have the potential to change your life here with this relationship. It's going to be like a major relationship in your life, or it has the potential to be. But right now it hasn't started because there is a blockage. Hopes or fears, we have the Knight of Pentacles. And I really feel like you guys, this is a hope. I feel like you're hoping to buy some time. You want to take it slow. You're hoping to buy some time. Because you're not confident yet. You don't have the courage to really go after this. Even here where we thought, you know, you were ready to move forward, it's like, yeah, emotionally you are, because this is the card for Cancer, so it's like a water card, you know, it's based on emotion. Emotionally, you are ready, you want this, but practically, no. Like on practical terms, like this might make you lose money. You might be investing time into something that doesn't come to fruition, that will cause heartbreak and sadness. So this is your reason why you want to take it slow, but I feel like you guys are really like pushing it. Like you're taking it real slow. Okay, so we have the 9 of Pentacles reverse. You don't want to be alone, but you don't want to take that leap of faith either. You don't want to be alone, but you don't want anybody rushing you. All right, now we have to find out what the 7 of Swords reverse is about and the outcome. It could be a lie being exposed, some kind of deceit exposed. What is the 7 of Swords reverse? Yeah, secret. Oh my goodness, okay. Page of Cups. It might be like a secret relationship that was going on is revealed. For those of you who were dealing with 2 people, you were trying to make a decision between 2 people, that's found out. Okay, so word of warning, there is a potential here that you're going to get caught. Okay, whoever that person, that secret love that you have on the side, your other partner may find out. Judgment reverse. Someone's going to judge you harshly for what happened here, for those of you who are getting caught cheating or something. For those of you who are not in that situation, I feel like what this is you end up not sharing what you truly feel. Okay, unless you change that. Obviously, these things can be changed. That's why tarot is really a tool for empowerment. If you see something, you know, that there's a potential for this to happen, you do have, in a lot of cases, sometimes we don't. There are things that are set in stone and they're destined, but it's not really the majority of the things. Majority of the things we have control over, otherwise there would be no point in us even being born. You know, so there is a potential here that you're just not, you're going to keep all this love, this emotion that you have for this person, a secret. Okay? And it's like you're not really fooling anyone. Your partner knows that something's up, that you're not really being forthcoming. You're not facing reality. You're not facing the truth. And obviously that's not going to end up well. And this could be your partner doing that to you as well. But I feel like maybe if that's the case, you know, maybe you guys need a little bit more soul searching, because I just don't feel, even here, you know, in the future, I don't feel like you guys are going to come to the point, at least not yet, not in the month of March, to the point where you're like, yes, this is what I want. Because I really thought that that was happening here in the near future, but it's not. It's like, it's just you really emotionally wishing for it to happen, wanting it to happen, but then you don't follow through, so you sabotage it. So the opportunity is, excuse me, the opportunity is there for you. It's just you tend to sabotage yourself. Some of you, it's because of past relationships and how terribly they went and everything that you lost. Some of you is just I feel like you're torn between 2 people. One is your long-term partner, but it's like you're bored in that relationship with the long-term partner. You want something new, something more exciting, something that you want to learn from someone. You know what I mean? It's like, after a while, after you've been with someone for a while, it's like you kind of know what they're going to say. You've heard every damn story they have to tell. and you get tired of that. So I feel like some of you are in that state, but still not feeling confident enough to make a decision to like completely cut the cord loose with this other person. So if that's the case, be careful. You know, because sometimes these things get found out sometimes so that you can really see the value in the current partner that you're with. You know, when you're at risk of losing that partner, then that's when you really know how much you care. Because sometimes you might be in a relationship and you get caught cheating. You know, I don't know if that's ever happened, where you get caught cheating and you know that the other person's going to break up with you, but you really don't care. Like, you realize you really don't care. So that might be the case. You know, it's just only you can answer that, but that's what I'm seeing here. So like I said, a couple of storylines. I'm sorry if that was a little bit confusing, but that's what I saw. I try to get everything in there. All right, let's move on to your general reading. I'm going to try to focus it more on career, finance, see how that goes, and then I'll do an additional bonus one. Not today, though, but, you know, an additional video is coming for you guys. Okay. Put that to the side. Let me just, in case I need to clarify. Alright, see what's going on with Aries with regards to career and finance. Career and finance, what is going on with male and female Aries? Okay, Seven of Pentacles. Two cards. Three of Wands, reverse. Eight of Cups. Queen of Pentacles. I think one turned over, yep. Queen of Cups, both queens reverse. Okay, so some of you in your jobs, you're ready to leave. You've put years into this, you've put effort, you've done your best. And you've waited around to see if anybody would appreciate that, if anybody would give you any kind of recognition, if anybody would give you a raise, a bonus, whatever the case is. It never came. Three of Wands reverse. Okay, so now, yeah, you were invested in this, you put a lot into this, you really love this job, or, you know, you put a lot of your creativity into this, but now you're walking away because pretty much empty-handed. You left all your cups there. There's nothing more here, okay? Because you were financially depleted or just not appreciated. Somebody didn't see your value and didn't even see the value in all the creativity that you put behind this. Okay, so some of you are moving on from your careers, your jobs, you're changing positions. But I feel like this decision is good for you. It's going to be good for you. We have the Six of Pentacles here with the Nine of Wands. So just keep at it, in other words. And I feel like it may be scary. You know, it's going to be scary to leave this and kind of mess with your stability there. But it's like you have to take a stand for what's right. Things haven't been equal for you. They haven't been fair for you. Okay. All right, let me take a look here. Oh, okay, Seven of Pentacles. We have the Page of Pentacles. You're ready for something new. yeah. Hierophant reverse. A new opportunity in a different company. So for some of you, it's going to be like a different career altogether. You're ready to give all that up, all that effort that was put into this other position, this other job, this other career. You're ready to give that up for a new opportunity in something that you're not used to, something completely different outside of the organization where you currently are. Three of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, okay? Also, I feel, you put in all this effort. Some of you put in a lot of effort because you wanted to get like a promotion, and it didn't happen. It's like the people, that were responsible for giving you this promotion, this recognition, they just were not dependable, were not reliable. They didn't follow through with what you thought was going to happen. Okay, so this raise, this bonus, this new position that you were waiting for never came. What is the Eight of Cups? Oop, something flipped. Okay, yeah, the Star. You might have gotten a really great offer that made you walk away. There was like a wish fulfillment here. Everything that you wanted from this employer or from this business partner, from this, whatever opportunity, you are going to find elsewhere. Okay? There's the Queen of Pentacles reverse. Ten of Wands reverse. Okay? So the way that you're feeling right now, unappreciated, undervalued, you need to throw those burden downs. Those burden downs. Those burdens down. You need to throw those burdens down. It's been too much. It's like a ton of stress for not enough money, and then on top of that, they don't even recognize all of the work that is involved in this. I mean, I see a lot of effort, mental or just like physical effort, and it just hasn't been worth it for you. There's the Queen of Cups reverse. Okay, the High Priestess. I feel like part of the problem here is maybe that you didn't speak up. You didn't kind of stand up for yourself. You just kind of observed and just watched it happen. But what is clear to me is that your wishes, you'll see them when you walk away from this situation. I don't think this situation is going to ever flourish. Okay? So that's what I have for you guys. Thank you so much for listening. I'll be back with another career and finance reading. We'll see if we get a little bit more with regards to this or just a whole separate situation. So again, guys, don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Eyes of the Stars Tarot. And if you're interested in a private reading, email me at eyesofthestarstarot@gmail.com. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.